right. Well, that sucks. All right. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you don't know what happened. So I was playing this 4 game series against the Cubs, and I had played the first 2 games. I won one, lost the second one, and I was getting ready to start the third game. I was gonna do all 4 games in one sitting, and then my power went out for literally 0.2 seconds. It was enough to reboot my computer, and because I had not manually saved the game, the 2 games that I played are gone. I need to play them again. And it sucks. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna wait here for a second and see if the people on my chat are gonna be back, and we're gonna go ahead and decide what we want to do here. See if we want to sim the 2 games I already played, or if I'm going to replay them again. So that's what's going on. First game I had won in dramatic fashion. I might still upload it to YouTube, even though it's not gonna count per se, just for entertainment purposes, I suppose. But the first game I had won in dramatic fashion. Second one was a 6-2 loss. Nothing to write home about. So yeah. This is not great. I have alpha mind to just replay the games and just do 2 because I already played 2 games, those 2 as well. But I don't know. Now I feel like I'm cheating. Alright, I don't think that I like to sim. I guess it's gonna come up to the same thing anyway. I think I'm just gonna replay those games. Man, that sucks. Lesson learned, I will be saving after every game. So the auto-save function of Out of the Park Baseball doesn't kick in if the program is closed incorrectly, which I already knew that you can just go to Task Manager and kill the task in there, and it's not gonna save. So since I lost power, the game didn't close properly, and this autosave function didn't kick in either. Alright, let's replay those games. So the first game here, Jack Armstrong and Gabe White. Right, so the Cubs have a few injuries. They have Yuget Urbina that's hurt. Steve Traxel is out for 5 more months, and then Bob Oyeda is hurt, but he's able to play. Right, so the first game we had won 8-7 before I lost power, so we'll see if I can do better, I suppose. And I had came back in the 9th inning to win it too, so we'll see what happens now. Alright. Alright, so the Cubs are going to go with Pedro Valdez leading off, Ron Gant, Ryan Sandberg, Larry Walker, Pedro Castellano, Al Morris, Eric Wedge, Jose Vizcaino, and then Jack Armstrong as the Starting pitcher, I'm keeping this team here. We have 4 straight wins, so I'm not changing my starting lineup. And of course, let's play some baseball. Go Expos! Alright, so take 2. Gabe White on the mound. Gonna face Pedro Valdez. 1 and 2. Grounds it to short. And he's run out at first for out number 1. Ron Gant is the next batter, 2 and 1. And that's it to left, and that's out of here. It is 1-0 for the Cubs. Alright, 1 out for Ryan Sandberg, 3 and 1. Grounds it to second, the throw to first, that's out number 2. Now Larry Walker is going to be the next batter. Full count to him. And he walks. That brings up Pedro Castellano. 2 outs, runner on first. 1 and 1. It weakly. Ken Terbek underneath it. Catches it for out number 3. So the Cubs take a 1-0 lead thanks to a Ron Gant solo home run. We are heading into the bottom of the first. We are already down 1-0. Delino the Shields is going to get things started here for us in the bottom of the first. 1 and 2 to Delino. Struck out swinging. Kirby Puckett is next. No count to him. That's popped. Vizcaino's underneath it. Catches it for out number 2. John Kruk is next. 0 and 1. That's going to be a base hit to center. Going to fall in front of Valdez. That's a base hit. Runner on first. 2 outs for Ken Terbek. No count. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so we get 2 base hits in a row. 2 runners on. 2 outs. Ruben Rivera is the batter now. Full count. That's a base hit to right. Is that going to score a run? Yes, it does. Alright, tie game already. Alright, so Rivera scores a run on a base hit to right. There's runners on first and third. 2 outs for Charles Johnson. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Alright, Al Morris is now the batter. Top of the second, tied at 1. Gabe White is the pitcher, still no count. That's a base hit down the line in right for Al Morris. That's going to be extra bases. That's a double. So the Cubs get a leadoff double to start inning number 2. And now Eric Wedge is going to be the batter. 1 and 1. That's a bad pitch. Runner makes it to third base with nobody out. Full count to Eric Wedge now. And he walks. Runner is on extremities now with nobody out. Jose Vizcaino is the next batter. No count to him. Grounds it to second. That's a double play, but a run scores on the play. It is 2-1 for the Cubs. Jack Armstrong is next. 2 and 1. Grounds it to third. Throw to first, and he is out for out number 3. The Cubs add a run to their line. It is now 2-1 for the Cubs going into the bottom of the second. Jeff King is now the batter, 1 and 0. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out for out number 1. Walt Weiss is next, 3 and 1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out for out number 2. Gabe White with 2 outs, 1 and 1. Grounds it to short. Vizcaino with the throw, and the Expos are down in order. We are still down 2-1 going into the top of the third. Pedro Valdez leading off for the Cubs. Full count. Grounds it to first. And he is out. Ron Gant follows, 1 and 2 to him. Flies it to right. That's cut by John Kruk for out number 2. Ryan Sandberg is going to be the next batter. 2 and 1, 2 outs. Rivera after it catches it for out number 3. Alright, nothing for the Cubs in the third. We are going into the bottom of the third with the Shields leading off for us, 1 and 1. That's a fly ball to left. That's cut by Gant for out number 1. Kirby Puckett is next, 2 and 0. That's a fly ball to center. That's cut by Valdez for out number 2. And now John Kruk is the batter, 2 and 2 to him. And he struck out looking. Alright, top of the fourth. We are still down 1. Larry Walker comes in to bat against Gabe White. 2 and 1 to him. Flies it to right. That's cut by John Kruk for out number 1. Pedro Castellano is next. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. That's 2 outs now. That brings up Al Morris. Full count to him. Grounds it to the pitcher. And he's thrown out for out number 3. Alright. So Ken Terbek is the batter now. Bottom of the fourth. We need a run or more. Preferably more. No count to Terbek. That's a little pop fly to the shortstop Vizcaino, and that's cut for out number 1. Ruben Rivera follows, 1 and 2. It's it to center. Valdez after it. And he catches it for out number 2. That brings up Charles Johnson, 2 and 2. And he struck out looking. Alright. Nothing for the Expos. Eric Wedge leads off inning number 5 for the Cubs. 2 and 2. Struck out swinging. Jose Vizcaino now, 1 and 2 to him. That's a liner that's cut by Walt Weiss for out number 2. Now Jack Armstrong is going to be the batter, 1 and 0. Grounds it to first, and he's out. That's the third out of the inning. Nothing for the Cubs in the fifth. Jeff King leading off the fifth for us, 1 and 0. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so Jeff King with the base hit. It is now nobody out with a runner on first. Walt Weiss is the batter, 1 and 0. Grounds it to short. That's going to be a double play, and that's pretty much that. Gabe White is now the batter, 2 outs, full count, and he struck out looking. We were doing a lot better in that game the first time I played it. It is my fault, I suppose. I should not be expecting any form of quality coming out of the state I live in, so I shouldn't be expecting for the electricity to stay on. There's no storm outside, no wind really, nothing. It's even sunny, but you know, power just went out because... Right, Pedro Valdez leading off the 6th for the Cubs. No count. That's a base hit to center for the Cubs, so leadoff single for the Cubs. Runner on first, nobody out for Ron Gant, 1 and 1. Grounds it to the catcher. Oh, we get the lead runner at second base. That's a fielder's choice. Ron Gant is safe at first. 1 out for Ryan Sandberg, 2 and 1. That's a base hit to left. Larry Walker is the next batter. 2 on, 1 out. 1 and 2. Grounds it to first. That's a double play. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good that we got Larry Walker to commit into a double play. That's pretty good. Alright, Delano the Shields is leading off the bottom of the 6th for us. Jack Armstrong is still on the mound for the Cubs. No count. The Shields swings at a terrible pitch. That's a fly ball to center. That's cut by Valdez for out number 1. Kirby Puckett is next. 1-0. Grounds it to third. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. And now John Kruk comes to bat. 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Alright. Right, Pedro Castellano, the batter now. 2-2 to him. And he struck out looking. I think I'm gonna bring in Scott Bales. Alright, Scott Bales comes in on relief for Gabe White. He's gonna face Al Norris, 1-2. Grounds it to first. That's the second out of the inning. And now Eric Wedge is the batter, 2-2. That's a base hit to left. That's going to be extra bases all the way into the corner. Eric Wedge stops at second base with a double. So the Cubs get a 2-out double. And that brings up Jose Vizcaino now. No count to him. That's it to left. That's going to be a base hit. And I don't know if... No. Wedge stops at third base. Jack Armstrong is the batter now. Runners on first and third, 2 outs, 1-2. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. He gets it for out number 3. Alright, the Cubs get 2 runners on, but they cannot score. 2-1. Alright. Kent Terbek is now going to be the batter. Bottom of the 7th. We need runs. 0-2 to Terbek. Struck out swinging. Ruben Rivera is next, 2-2. Grounds it to third. Castellano with the throw. That's out number 2. 2 quick outs. Now we need a base hit from Charles Johnson. Full count. Any walks. We will also take that. That's okay. Jeff King, the batter now. 2 outs, runner on first, 1-2. That's it to right. That's going to be a base hit for Jeff King. All right, opposite field single. Oh, Charles Johnson goes for third, and he's thrown out. Cannot catch a break. All right, top of the 8th. Let's see here. What are they going at me with? Right, we're going to pitch to Pedro Valdez with Scott Bales, 2-1. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. I think I want a different pitcher too for the righties that they have. Oh, and I think I want to go to Tom Gordon. I need to stop them righty here. Right, Ron Gant, the batter now with 1 out, 0-2. And I forgot to change my pitching stuff. Alright, struck out for Ron Gant. Now Ryan Sandberg is going to be the batter, 1-1. That's it to right, and that's going to fall in front of John Kruk for a base hit. Larry Walker now with 2 outs, runner on first, 0-1. Grounds it to short. We get the out at second base, and that's it for the Cubs. Alright, Walt Weiss is going to be... We're going to bring Brett Barbary to bat for him. Alright, Brett Barbary comes in as a pinch hitter for Jack to face Jack Armstrong. Full count, sorry. And he walks. Alright, now we're gonna bring in Luis Polonia as a pinch hitter for the pitcher Tom Gordon. Alright, 1-0. Grounds it to short. They get Polonia out at first. Brett Barber is safe at second base. So now we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Delino De Shields is the batter. Full count. And he walks. Alright. Kirby Puckett is the next batter. Runners on first and second. 1 out. No count. Grounds it to second. They only get the Shields out at second base, so there's runners on first and third now. And 2 outs for John Kruk. 3-1. That's it to left. Oh, what a catch by Ron Gant to end the inning. We're still down 1. Damn you, Ron Gant. John Kruk is having a little bit of a tough game here. Alright, I'm gonna have John Doris pitch, I think. Yeah, let's have John Doris pitch inning number 9. Alright, so Luis Polonia stays in the game in left field. He goes to left field. Ruben Rivera moves to right field. John Kruk is not in the game anymore. And Brett Barbary stays in the game at shortstop for Walt Wise. Pedro Castellano, top of the 9th. We're down 1. John Doris, the pitcher now. No count. Grounds it to first. And he's out at first for out number 1. Hal Morris is next, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Eric Wedge now, 2-2 to him. And he struck out looking. Good inning for John Doris. Alright, so the Cubs are bringing in David Rosario. He's the one that screwed it up the first time I played that game. The Cubs were up 7-5. Going into the bottom of the 9th, and they committed 3 errors in the inning, and I ended up winning 8-7. It was a crazy game. It was really cool. I'm going to upload that, even though it's not going to count towards like my season for real at this point. Yeah, I welcome you to go and watch it on YouTube. Ken Terbek leading off the bottom of the 9th, and I mention it every time, but he has more power against lefties than righties. 0-1. Grounds it to short. Vizcaino with the throw, and he's out. 1 out. Ruben Rivera is next. Full count to him. Struck out swinging. That brings up Charles Johnson. Full count. He walks. All right. So we have a two out walk. Jeff King is the batter. He's 2 for 3. So we're gonna go ahead and go for it. 2-2. Ugh. That's a little pop fly. That's caught by the catcher, and we lost the replay of this game 2-1 after winning it 8-7 the first time out. Alright, so Ken Terbek got his 2000th hit in his career, so that still happened. Alright, I'm gonna make my pitching changes that I had made and forgot to make again. So you are becoming setup, you are becoming middle relief, you are becoming closer. And I'm gonna change this ear to closer. Change you to reliever. There we go. Alright, we're gonna advance one day. Nothing happened. We're gonna go ahead and save the game so that we don't have that bullshit happen again. Alright, and now we're gonna replay this game where Hideo Nomo, the first time out, had struggled in that game, so hopefully he's gonna pitch better this second time around. So we lost the last game 2-1. Hopefully we're gonna win this one, and then I would be okay. If I can win this game, then my record is gonna be exactly the same that it was now. Other teams might not be, but mine would be the same, so I wouldn't feel like I'm cheating all that much. I'm not cheating, but makes me feel that way. I feel dirty. Alright. And the Shields is not calling out Jody Reed this time out, so that's good. Alright, so Mike Morgan is going to be on the mound, pitching okay, but not spectacular so far this season. He pitched really well the first time I played this game. Hideo Nomo is going to be on the mound. Again, he didn't pitch all that great when I played it last time. Alright. Alright, so the Cubs are going with Ron Gant, Al Morris, Larry Walker, Ryan Sandberg, Pedro Castellano, Jose Vizcaino, Eric Wedge, and Jerome Walton. So they're going with the exact same batting order that they went with when I played that game. I'm going to go ahead and give Charles Johnson a day off. He's been struggling, and he's a catcher. He needs days off anyway. So let's bring in Russ McGinnis. And I think I'm just gonna do this here, and I think I'm gonna be good to go. Alright, so let's play ball. That should be game 4 of the 4-game series. It's game 2 again. Alright, Ron Gant leading off the inning for the Cubs. Hideo Nomo is on the mound for us. 2-2 the count. And that's gonna be a base hit. Falls in front of Rivera and left. Alright, so leadoff single for the Cubs. Al Morris is next. No count to him. That's a base hit to center. Kirby Puckett gets the ball. And now the Cubs have 2 runners on, nobody out. And Larry Walker comes to bat. 3-1. That's it to right, and John Kruk is there, catches it for out number 1 on the play. Ron Gant makes it to third base. So runners on first and third, 1 out. Ryan Sandberg is the batter, 2-0 to him. Grounds it to short. That's a double play. Oh, Hideo Nomo gets out of this. It is nothing. The Shields is going to be the batter now. 1-0. And that's an incredible catch by Jerome Walton to get the thing going. 1 out. Kirby Puckett is next. 1-0. That's a base hit to center for Kirby. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for John Kruk. 1-0. That's going to be extra bases. That's it really well all the way to the fence in left center. That's going to be a double for John Kruk. Kirby Puckett stops at third base though. So we have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Terbek is the batter. No count to Terbek. That's it. Weakly to center. Probably not deep enough. Nope. That's a wasted out. Right, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Ruben Rivera, the batter now. No count. Rivera hits it to right, and it's right at Larry Walker. He catches it, so we get 2 runners in scoring position, and we are unable to score them. It is still tied at 0-0 going into the top of the second here at Olympic Stadium. Pedro Castellano is going to be the first one to face Hideo Nomo in inning number 2, 1-2. Struck out looking. Jose Vizcaino is the next batter, full count. That's going to be a base hit to center. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out. Eric Wedge is going to be the next batter. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to second. That's a double play. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, we get out of this, and going into the bottom of the second, there's still no score. Jeff King leads off the second inning for us. No count. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Russ McGinnis is next. No count to him. Grounds it to second base, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Walt Weiss is next. 2-1. That's a liner to first, and the Expos go down 1-2-3 in inning number 2. Going into the top of the third, Jerome Walton leads off that inning for the Cubs. 0-1. That's going to be extra bases all the way to the fence in right center. Alright, that's a double for Walton. Mike Morgan is now the batter. 0-2. He tries to bunt, but does so foul, so that's a strikeout. 1 out, runner in scoring position still. Ron Gant is the batter. 0-2. That's popped. Walt Weiss is there, catches it for out number 2. Alright, so now they're going to need a base hit from Al Morris to score that run. 0-2. He struck out swinging. The runner gets stranded at second base. Bottom of the third, Hideo Nomo leading off the inning. 1-1. Grounds it to the pitcher, thrown out at first. 1 out. Alright, Delino de Shields is now the next batter. Nobody on, 1 out. Full count to the Shields. And he walks. Alright, we get some speed on the base paths now. So 1 out, runner on first. Kirby Puckett is going to be the batter. No count. That's it to right. That's going to be extra. That's going to be a base hit, not extra base hit. Just a base hit. That's a single, opposite field single. That brings the Shields to third base on the play. So we have runners on first and third. 1 out, and John Kruk is the batter now. 0-1. That's it to left, and that's cut by Ron Gant with an awkward looking slide. So that's 2 outs. Runners do not advance. So now we need a base hit from Kent Terbek. Full count. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. We had another good opportunity to get on the board here. We didn't. It's still scoreless here going into the top of the fourth here at Olympic Stadium. Larry Walker leading off inning number 4 for the Cubs. 2-0 to him. That was a terrible pitch to swing at. I have no problems with that. Kirby Puckett gets the ball to the ball easily. It is out number 1. Ryan Sandberg, the next batter, 3-1. And he walks. Alright, so the Cubs get a runner on base here with 1 out. That brings up Pedro Castellano, 2-2. Struck out looking, and on the play, Sandberg was going. That's the second steal of the season. So now the Cubs have a runner in scoring position and 2 outs for Jose Vizcaino. 2-2 to him. Alright, flies it to center. And that's cut by Kirby Puckett for out number 3. Alright, we get out of this again. Bottom of the fourth, Ruben Rivera getting things started here. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so runner on first, nobody out, and we have Jeff King at the plate. No count to him. Oh, and he bunts. Alright, so that advances the runner on the sacrifice hit. So there's one out, runner in scoring position. Russ McGinnis is the batter. We kind of need a hit here because I'm not trusting Walt Twice too much to do that. No count. Oh, the runner goes. And he's safe. Rivera with his third stolen base of the season. So now we have a runner on third, one out. So a deep fly ball somewhere should score a run, I would hope. 3-0. Oh, and he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so we have a runner on the first and third. The thing here is that it enacts the double play. So hopefully Walt Weiss is able to get a base hit or a deep fly ball. 3-1. That's gonna... Oh, that's above Valdez' head at center field. That scores at least a run. I can't see to see if there's more than one that scored on that. No, only one. We are up 1-0 thanks to a double by Walt Weiss. So 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Hideo Nomo is the batter, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Delano De Shields is next, 2-2. Oh, that's it really well to right, all the way to defense. Extra bases for the Shields. That should score 2 runs. And looks like he's going for 3. That's a triple for Delano De Shields. Score 2 more runs for us. It is now 3-0 for the Expos. Alright, Kirby Puckett is going to be the next batter. Runner on third, 2 outs. 0-1. That's it to left. Ron Gant cannot get to it. It is a base hit for Kirby Puckett. It is an RBI. It is 4-0 for the Expos. John Kruk, the batter now with 2 outs still. 1-0. That's it to right. And oh, what a catch by Walton. I said Valdez earlier. It's Walton in that game at center field. So that ends the inning for the Expos, but we got 4 runs on the board. It is a 4-0 lead here. Alright, Eric Wedge leading off the 5th for the Cubs. 1-1. Grounds it to first. Terbek gets it and goes to the base. That's out number 1. Jerome Walton is the batter now. Full count. It's it pretty well to right, to left. That's a home run. Alright, so Jerome Walton with the opposite field. No, that's not opposite field, sorry. That's just a home run. Alright, 4-1 the score on the solo blast by Jerome Walton. Mike Morgan is the batter now, 2-0. That's it to center. That's going to fall in front of Kirby Puckett for a base hit. Alright, so Hideo Nomo starting to not pitch as great anymore. Ron Gant, the batter, 1 out, runner on first, 0-2. Struck out swinging. That's what I'm talking about. Hal Morris is next, 0-2. Struck out looking. Ooh. Alright, so the Cubs do get on the board, so it is now 4-1 for the Expos. Going into the bottom of the 5th, we have Kent Terbek to lead off the 5th. Full count, and he walks. Ruben Rivera is next. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-2. That's it to right. That's also cut by Larry Walker, and that is out number 1 on the play. Terbek needs to go back to first base, so there's 1 out. Runner on first. Jeff King is now the batter. 0-1. Grounds it to the pitcher, and they get the lead runner at second base, but they do not get the double play. So 2 outs, runner on first. Russ McGinnis is now the batter. No count. That's going to be extra bases for McGinnis all the way to the fence in center right. Alright, and the runner stops at third base on the play. So we have runners on second and third, 2 outs. And Walt Weiss is going to be the batter now. No count to him. And they're going to walk him. Alright, so bases are juiced. There's 2 outs, though, and Hideo Nomo is going to be the batter. 2-0. Hideo Nomo with the grounder to short, and that is out number 3. They got the runner at second base. Alright, top of the 6th. We are still up 3 runs. Hideo Nomo is going to be facing Larry Walker. 2-0. That's it to left. And it's above Rivera's head. I hate when they have that animation where it looks like they're not in any kind of hurry to make a play, and then that's what happens. Makes me want to terminate their contract. Alright, runner at second base, nobody out. Ryan Sandberg is the batter, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Alright, so leadoff double for Larry Walker, strikeout for Sandberg. Pedro Castellano is next, full count to him. Struck out swinging as well. Alright. Jose Vizcaino is next, 3-1. That's it to center. Kirby Puckett should have that. And he does. That's out number 3. Awesome. Alright, Delino the Shields leading off the 6th. Still against Mike Morgan. Mike Morgan not pitching as well as he did the first time I played this game, and then lost power. Yeah, he walked 5 and gave up 7 hits. Alright. 2-2 to the Shields. That's a fly ball. Should be cut by Walton. And he's there, and he catches it for out number 1. Kirby Puckett is next, 2-1. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Brings up John Kruk. Full count. That's a base hit to center. All right. Right, so a 2-out single for John Kruk. And now Ken Terbek comes into bat. 1-2. Oh, that's it. Weakly at the catcher. He's thrown out at first. That's the end of the inning. So nothing to show for. We're still up 4-1 going into the top of the 7th. I need to keep an eye on Hideo Nomo here. Eric Wedge is the batter now. 0-2. Struck out swinging. Alright. So 1 out. Jerome Walton is the batter now. 1-0. Alright, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Miguel Flores comes in as a pinch hitter. 0-1. Grounds it to third. The throw by Jeff King, that's out number 3. Alright, so the Cubs go down in order in inning number 7. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. We're still up 4-1. Greg McMichael comes in to pitch for the Cubs. He's going to be facing Ruben Rivera. Full count. Oh, I think that's out of here. Solo blast by Ruben Rivera. It is now 5-1 for the Expos. Right, Jeff King is next. 1-0. Oh, that's popped. Ryan Sandberg is there. Catches it for out number 1. Russ McGinnis is next. No count to him. Grounds it to first. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Alright, now Walt Weiss is going to be the next batter. 1-2 to him. Grounds it to second. And he's out for out number 3. We're up 5-1 now thanks to the solo blast by Ruben Rivera. 5-1 the score for us. Top of the 8th, Ron Gant. I'm going to pitch some more with Nomo, see what happens here. Full count. And he walks. Uh-oh. Al Morris is next. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-2. That's it. Oh god, that's out of here, isn't it? No, it's all the way to the fence. It's gonna score a run. that is unavoidable. That was a triple by Al Morris, so I think I'm gonna pull our friend here. At 5-2, I'm gonna bring in I think I'm gonna go with John Cerruti. Lefty on lefty. Alright, Larry Walker, the batter. Runner on third, nobody out. Full count. That's it to left. That's cut by Rivera. Oh, and they tried to score, and we nailed the runner at home plate. Oof, that's an unorthodox double play, but it is a double play nonetheless. 2 outs now. Bases are empty for Ryan Sandberg. Full count. That's fly to left, and Rivera is there. Catches it for out number 3. All right. We get out of this pretty good, all things considered. Bottom of the 8th. All right, Greg McMichael is still on the mound. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Luis Polonia to pinch it. All right, so Luis Polonia is now the batter. Greg McMichael is the pitcher here, still for the Cubs. 3-1 for Polonia. That's a base hit to center, and Polonia has some wheels. I like it. Alright, Delino the Shields facing Greg McMichael. Runner on first, nobody out. 1-0. Oh, Polonia's going, and he's safe. That's his first stolen base of the season. So runner in scoring position, nobody out. 3-0. Okay, that was weird. Like, it showed the Shields trying to bunt, but it counted as a ball, so he got walked. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Kirby Puckett is the batter. 1-2. That's it. Weakly to center. Jerome Walton goes for it. Catches it for out number 1. John Kruk is now the batter. 0-2. Struck out swinging. Dang. Are we gonna leave those runners on base? Ken Terbek is next. 2 outs. No count. And that's it. And Vizcaino catches it at shortstop. And that's the end of the inning. We got 2 base runners with nobody out. And we didn't do nothing with it. Alright, we are going into the top of the 9th. We are up 5-2. I'm going to bring in Steve Allen, who was recently acquired by the team. I'm going to put him as my closer and see how things go. He was a closer for the Indians in his last couple years. Well, actually, the last 3 years he was the closer for the Indians. And now we're gonna see if he can be a closer for us. We have a 3-run lead in the top of the 9th. Pedro Castellano is leading of the 9th, facing Steve Olin. 2-1. That's a base hit to left. All right. Right, runner on first, nobody out for Jose Vizcaino. 2-0. That's a base hit to right. Oh boy. Here we go again. 2 on, nobody out. Jeffrey Ammons comes in as a pinch hitter. Full count. Grounds it to third. That's a double play. Alright, so runner on third. 2 outs now for Jerome Walton. 0-2. That's it to left for a base hit. That's gonna score a run. It is now 5-3. Alright, Derek Hakopian is now the pinch hitter for the Cubs. 2 outs, runner on first. 1-2. Oh, struck out looking. Alright, so Olin made things interesting, but ultimately we won. Alright, so the stats are not going to be the same, obviously, but the results are. So it's 1 loss, 1 win, or 1 win, 1 loss. So we are where we are in the standings with that. Of course, other teams that might be different, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and finish today. Oh, well, there's a trade that didn't happen the first time out. So there's been a trade between the Mets and the Blue Jays. That's interesting, and that could affect me because we are right above the Mets here. All right, so Dave Martinez goes to the Blue Jays, along with Warner Rincones, in return for Mike Maxudian. Okay, he's a decent defensive catcher and everything. Dave Martinez should be an okay outfielder for the Blue Jays. And then there's that guy that may or may not become anything. All right, so a trade here. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game. Now I'm paranoid. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Now, if you're on stream, I'm sorry, I know it's a short stream. What you have to know is that my power went out for 0.2 seconds. I was in the middle of my stream prior to that. I had been on for an hour and a half. And I was going to play all 4 games, so it wasn't safe. I had to replay the first 2 games of this series. That sucks, but it is what it is. So I replayed both games. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. So as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in, regardless of where you are watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.